Hey guys, it's me again, the futuristic mystic, and today I just wanted to talk about the levels of prejudice that I saw after the events that these events take place every single day. Black people are being killed every single day in the streets, but they chose specifically to air these videos, and people take videos of this every day or every. It's very often. Okay, it happens, and so the levels of prejudice. I mean, and to see how evil and conniving it is, it's gonna be kind of a shocker. And to those of you who are like elders and stuff like that, they have seen some stuff. They understand, and they kind of get why America's like this. But listen, you can't tell me that there isn't a type of prejudice here whenever I mention this, because why would oh gosh, and they're not just brainwashing black people, sorry, they're not just brainwashing black people, they're brainwashing white people too, to thinking these things about black people. And what for? What's the reason of all this? What was the reason of slavery? What was the reason of all that stuff? And for that, I'm only going to say, go to your Bible and look in your Bible. But after these events, okay, you got the event with the guy going to the church and killing people. Nobody cared about the people getting killed, okay? They cared about the Confederate flag that had a toll on some people. When Eric Garner and let's see, that event that happened in Ferguson and Freddie Gray, they all got killed. Everybody started backing up the police for some reason. They started backing up, saying they're just doing their job. They're just doing their job. You can't go out and do this and all this stuff. But you see, especially down here in the South where I'm at, I live in Arkansas. Especially here in the South, not a lot of black people. That's some Mexicans. Not a lot of black people at all. Like a handful that may or may not be related. Really, we are related, but it gets to a point where you're afraid to voice your opinions because everyone here, a lot of people here are white, and you have white friends, and this happens a lot in the southern states, happens sometimes in the northern states as well. But every time you talk to them, you don't want to be put down and for being called racist, or you don't want to be called. I got called racist one day. Whenever we were talking about Black Lives Matter, and one of my friends back there, he's of Scottish descent. He said he always wears the weird skirts things to school, whatever. He goes, like the speaker that was speaking, he's like, really, that term Black Lives Matter, and then my friend's like, all lives matter, and he's like, yep, and I'm like, can I leave please, because this is dumb, because they use the all lives matter thing to code over the Black Lives Matter thing, because the Black Lives Matter thing was only certain around those particular points. And when you look at those news reports of those stories, it's centered and targeting black people. So to say all lives matter, I mean all lives do matter, they do. But to say all lives matter, to coat over that, to make that seem like they're being some kind of, make that seem like black people are being some kind of terrorist, it's not good. And this happens over and over and over. And you can't go out in town without people staring at you. And you can't be at like dinners or stuff. And I was at one the other day, and they're like, "Could all my law enforcement people stand up, please?" And why don't everybody just give them a round of applause for all their hard work? And this didn't happen until after all this happened. Apparently, we're supposed to give them like all this sympathy and stuff. Not all of them are bad, but they're wanting all this sympathy and stuff because people are saying all these mean things about the cops that are bad. Okay, and I get it, but I also don't get it at the same time, because just look what they're doing. All right. Now there are different levels to what's going on. See. After all this happened, everybody was so angry, and they were ready to strike back. They were actually ready to strike back. And the people in Africa, when they see us, they think that everything's good because we're not doing anything about it or anything like that. We started doing that. What slowed that down? What slowed that down? People coming out with the all lives matter thing. People, see, people putting more black people in commercials. You gotta have this, bro. You gotta have you have your token Negro. Do you have your token Negro in that commercial? It's not gonna look good. It's not gonna trick these black people over here to think that they are that America is culturally diverse. You have this Negro in this commercial or something like that. You have let's see. You have these, I forgot what when this was or what this was about, but you have these people who did something to some black family, and they come out and they said sorry, and we forgave them, and everything was starting to get, you know, a little bit all good and all that stuff, and now people are it makes me so upset how they go about doing this. You cannot go anywhere in America without somebody. It's so hard on you. It's so hard on you, especially if you're a black person in America. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. I'm really not gonna sugarcoat that. Makes me kind of sad here because so many things have happened to me growing up, and to hear people say that it don't matter, and to hear people say and try things to cover it up and to make it seem like I'm in the wrong for doing something and for being myself. The whole point of all this, not this just this video, but the whole point of all the things that they've done, the commercials with the more black people, the token Negroes in there to make it seem like America's culturally diverse, the more Afrocentric players in sports, the singers, the dancers, and all that stuff to come out and back up the white people, or the white people after all these things. And because since everybody follows all these celebrities and stuff like that, and they follow like Jordans and these weird designer things and stuff like that, people are going to listen to them. They're going to listen to them, and they're going to feel brainwashed. They use the celebrities to basically rule over the people like pharaohs. Like pharaohs. Key words in there to understand what I meant by look in the Bible. Okay? But I'm not saying anything about Egypt. I'm just saying they rule over us like pharaohs. Think about it. Okay. So I guess that's that. Thanks guys for watching. Do something about it. Do something about it. I know that it's not going to change until Jesus comes back. Yeshua. But it just makes me so angry. It makes me so angry. You got to pay attention to what's going on because they're brainwashing everybody.